I'm still stunned by this. We heard rumors, we heard whispers. It's a little sad. I don't love it. And I feel like there might be more to this story than we're getting. It might come out here. So what's your reaction, Peter, to Deebo's trade request?
Well, his unhappiness has been brewing, but this goes back to even the Super Bowl. When I was at the Super Bowl and I was speaking to people there, and it was like, Deebo's got to get paid this offseason. And I was like, really? Okay. And there was like, no, Deebo's got to get paid this offseason. Now, that payment hasn't happened yet. And then you lead to this, and it's Ian's talking about how if they gave him $30 million, it wouldn't even be that. It was his usage. I have a little question about that because I thought Deebo Samuel kind of embraced the role last year. And when I say kind of, he's the one who called himself the wide back. He nicknamed himself for what he was doing. And I watched the playoffs, and they're up 16-7 against Dallas, and Deebo looks to Kyle Shanahan and says, give me the rock, give me the rock. They give him the rock, 20-yard carry, touchdown, let's go. Deebo embraced it. Look at the postseason here, the numbers. I asked our production staff to put this up. Just in the postseason alone, in 3 games, he carried the rock 27 times. Now, this would all be great ammo for him to say, hey, look, I don't want to do this stuff. This is I shouldn't have to be asked that. I think that's a conversation with Kyle Shanahan. I would also add that you're going to get some healthy running backs back next year. I think Eli Mitchell's now in his 2nd year. Trey Sermon's in his 2nd year. This could all be a conversation. I don't know if this is something from Deebo's camp where it's like he absolutely does not want to be used that way, and that's fine. There's financials there, and how much is he going to be paid as a pure wide receiver? That's okay. But when Ian says that if Deebo Samuel was offered $30 million, I would say that's crazy. I think San Francisco's the perfect offense for him, and Kyle Shanahan's not a dictator. Like I've talked to a lot of players who have played for Kyle, and I have a lot of coaches who have worked with Kyle. Like it's a conversation with Kyle. Like, hey, coach, I'm good. Like, let me just I don't want to carry the ball every time.
Sure.
I think Kyle would listen to that and say, okay, cool. Like, let's figure it out. Let's make it work for both of us. But the trade demand, and I'll tell you my reaction is that I texted a lot of the GMs of those teams who were mentioned, and it's, teams, you can list 12 deep, and they're like, they're not trading Deebo Samuel. Like, Kyle would never trade him. He's too important. So, yes, you can request a trade, and he has every right to be upset if he's upset with the way he was used, but I feel like that's a conversation. And Deebo Samuel should be a 49er. I can't see him in any other uniform. That was the identity of the Niners, and that's what got them to the NFC Championship game, and it's been great for Deebo's career, too.
Well, is it authentic? Is he just like throwing a fit and making a huge nuclear power play to be paid? That's fine. Do what you want to do. He's been sitting around. I think the timing of it is interesting. He's been around for months. This guy gets paid. He gets a little bored. I want to get paid. Or is he seriously like, I want the hell out of here. I don't want to be here. I've got a personal thing. I like the positional thing. I'm not sure about that because there's enough sense in Deebo or anybody who's representing him to be like, okay, so you don't like being in that position where you're the biggest star in the NFL and you're winning playoff games and they were looking to pay. You want to go be a pure wide receiver for the Jets? Good luck. Like, I don't know if that's what Deebo wants. I wonder if this is just more of a power play. But if he really does want out, if he's like, I do not want to play ever again for the 49ers, he'll be gone. Like, in this day, they will trade you. And they'll probably trade you in the next 7 days. I just look at the Niners of like, if things with Deebo don't work out, like, they are in trouble. If things with Trey Lance don't work out, they're in hell. They have nothing. Like, they are going to collapse. They could be a top 5 pick again. Deebo is really important. No one is as important as number 5 in his 2nd year. Nobody. They traded everything. He's the future. They got squat if he can't play. And asking him to go out with new coaches and new run game corners and no number 19 is not a plan for success. I just don't think, as much as we can say Deebo's great, they have to make Trey Lance work with what they paid for him, or they're screwed. If he works, they could win the Super Bowl this year. If he doesn't, they could be in the top 5, top 10 again. So if only as a best friend and a comfort and a weapon for Trey Lance, you have to keep Deebo Samuel in the building because I don't want him going to battle with a draft pick Chris Olave is going to get. I don't. We know the fallacy of draft pick. It's a fairy tale. None of them are going to be Deebo. You got to keep him there, if only for Trey Lance alone, even if he's unhappy.
Yeah, Deebo's their best player. Trey Lance has got to be hitting him up.
You have to.
What do I need to do? Like, can we do brunch? Can we do lunch? Can we do dinner? What do I have to do to keep you here?
Brunch?
This is really mind-boggling, and I'm trying to wrap my head around this whole thing because I do feel like in the playoffs, we'd sit here at the table and say, all right, put on the sunglasses. Who's going to be the brightest star? It was Deebo.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the guy we're talking about after the game? It was going to be Deebo. He was their offense. He's their best player. And now all of a sudden, like, all right, I want to go somewhere else, and there is money on the table, so it's not like they're saying, hey, look, we'll talk about it next year. The only thing I could chalk it up to is, look, he just recently had a baby, right, in December.
Okay.
Like, when you have a kid, you don't sleep. All right, this is LOS. This is lack of sleep right now. He will come to his senses because Deebo, look, you've got an unbelievable front office and an unbelievable coaching staff. If you were to tell me that there was going to be a team that had a disgruntled player, the 49ers might be last on my list. When you have a guy like John Lynch, who played in the NFL, has great rapport with the players, Kyle Shanahan, who, to your point, Shregs, look, he's got an open door policy. That's great. He's down in the locker room. He's talking to the guys. So I'm shocked that this is going on with the 49ers. And Deebo, I would like you to just, like, take a nap, take a cup of coffee, take a chill here, look around the NFL right now, and just ask yourself, what other team can do with me what the 49ers have been doing? What other team can have 9 rushing touchdowns right here, as we're seeing right here? I mean, these are design plays where he's lined up as running back. And look, it sounds cute. A lot of teams try to do it. Jason Garrett tried to do it with Kadarius Toney last year. Hey, this guy's a gadget player. Find a way to get him the football. Not every team can execute it the way the 49ers do. Not every team has Kyle Juszczyk. Not every team has George Kittle.
Trent
that can block
Williams.
on the move. Trent Williams. I mean, this is the bread and butter. When they get down in the red zone, the balls go to Deebo. And look, whether it's one of these runs or whether it's a quick go screen right here, I mean, this right here, if you're Trey Lance, like, I can't lose that. That was a go screen. All right, the ball didn't even cross the line of scrimmage when I threw it, and yet here he is in the end zone, and I'm celebrating. That's what you need with a rookie quarterback. So no doubt about it, if you're Trey Lance, you're looking at all this stuff, you're watching film, you're saying, oh my goodness, that was laser screen, right? And it's to the house. So this, to me, this has got to get fixed. And I'm sure the 49ers are scratching their heads trying to say, what more can we do to make you happy and keep you here?
From the Niners' perspective, and you're saying this from Trey Lance's perspective, I got to have him. And then the time you brought Deebo's perspective into the conversation, you said, what other offense are you going to be able to do this in? If I was Deebo, who has not spoken, by the way, this is just all out there in the universe via proxy and rumors and whispers and all that, though we did put that trade in weeks ago. Deebo is saying it's not, as Ian just said, not just about the contract. It's about his usage. So if you're saying, who else can use you like this? I think he'd say, are you listening to me? It's not about that completely. Do I know what it's about? No, but I mean, usage seems to be interesting. It's interesting also, Shregs, that the usage sort of does go back to the contract and the money, because I wonder, is there someone in his ear that's like, hey, it was all great to call it, what did he call himself, a wide back? Okay, a wide back, but like that might affect your money. Like that might affect how you get paid, because that's really the only reason, this is the only reason I could even think, Shregs, that Deebo would have it in his head to be disgruntled. So I think there must be much more to this story.
And that's fine. That's the offseason. Say, hey, wait, I'm hurt. I'm not going to make, like, this is going to shorten my career. That's a conversation to have, right? I don't think it's get me out of here. And
talk about the minutia of that for a minute. Shorten his career and the contract based on position. What does that mean?
Because if you carry the ball, you suddenly, the usage rate is too high. No one wants to pay for Deebo Samuel at age 33. Like, you know, you want him now at this rate right now. And they used him like no other player was used in the NFL. And there's obviously an injury risk with the way he's used. There's also a usage rate where, okay, we always say the tread on the tires with these guys. Like, you start using him as a running back and a wide receiver, and at some point it's like, hey, he's not as good as he was a couple years ago because we've just kind of grounded him dug him to the ground.
What about just the position, Shregs? Does playing at running back and being used at running back devalue Deebo Samuel?
I don't think so. We wouldn't be having this conversation if he was just a wide receiver.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I don't know if he's a pure wide receiver like the other guys. Like Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Against man coverage, Deebo Samuel is not those guys.
So it's not going to cost him
He's special.
anything.
And 9 rushing touchdowns, I think that's worth some money. Pete, real quick, I just going to ask you, because the one thing that I think is interesting going forward now with Deshaun Watson getting that big guaranteed contract and all that money in there, for Deebo, this may not be about the money per year, but the guarantee.
I don't even know about the financials, honestly.
Right, so that could be, if he's saying, look, it's...
But they're saying, Ian's coming out and saying, it's not even about the money. Forget guaranteed, this, that. Ian's saying it is, like Kay said, it is about his situation there, and he's not happy with it, which is a tough one because he is so unique on the open market. I don't know if there's a single comp for what Deebo Samuel does, and if you put him on another team, to your point, the way that offense is built, I'm not sure he's as effective. One last point, his agent is a guy, Torrey Dandy, has been doing this for years. Great agent. Also represents Denzel Ward, who got $100 million last week. Also represents A.J. Brown. Also represents DK Metcalf. So Torrey's very busy right now.
Interesting.
And that South Carolina guy right down there, Deebo Samuel, let's just say he is a very coveted player. but no team wants him more than the Niners.
Feels weird. This feels like if Kyle came in and said, I don't want to do angry runs anymore.
It does, honestly.
Nice compliment,
It is
Sean.
something
Thank you
like
very much.
that.
I think I'm better used in other positions breaking down film. So we'll get into that with my agent.
Value. It doesn't take value. It's because you're losing years of your life in that segment.
It's okay. That's my
Yes.
wear and tear.
I know.
You're right.
It is.
What am I doing here?